Hey, how goes it, everyone? This is Romerit bringing you back to Pokemon Go. So as you can see here, and according to the rest of the entire screen, basically we have the full announcement for Team Rocket Go now. There was an original teaser, a few days worth that they released it. I got to do one or two Team Rocket Go battles during that time, and then it disappeared for a day, came back, and now it's on the official release. After about 2 days worth, I think since 7/26, July 26th, we got to battle around with it, have some fun, and then they had a huge release in New York City where they had a full-blown raid situation where Team Rocket Go was present in nearly all of the Pokestops in Central Park area. And the people in New York got to experience that and take over. There were a number of tweets on Pokemon Go's Twitter as well as Niantic's Twitter just describing what was going on out there as almost like a trial. So if you want to take a look here at the news that's going on for it, we've seen a lot of it so far. So originally they came out 3 days ago saying, hey, during this week we have increased spawns of new shinies associated with Team Rocket. So they're saying Zubat, Ekans and Coughing. Some people were saying that the Shadow Pokemon could be shinies, but nothing's really been confirmed. Those that I've saw so far have been kind of fake and not truly seen, not truly experienced yet. But basically, you're going to have oddly specific shiny Pokemon appearing related to the actual Team Rocket. So, Ekans and Coughing. Haven't gotten one myself yet, but I haven't really been able to play much because I've been on call all this week doing emergencies. Other Pokemon that are going to be spawning more often are ones that are featured by Team Rocket in the original game series, like Rattata, Ekans, Sandshrew, Zubat, Meowth, Machop, Magnemite, Grimer, Ghastly, Drowsy, Cubone, Coughing, Murkrow, Sneasel, Houndour, and Poochyena. Some people are saying that there's a shiny Sneasel out as well. So definitely take a look at those raids, even though like I skipped out on a Zubat raid and a Sneasel raid yesterday because I didn't think anything of it. But apparently there are supposed to be shinies associated with it. So this was the original release. Then we get a little bit more information saying that Team Rocket's going to be a little bit more prominent. That allowed for the release of the special research, which I already completed. So special research was a troubling situation, introducing the idea of Team Rocket Go here, or Team Go Rocket in the game, and you get to battle them a little bit. But now, where we're at now, is there was this big image of, on Twitter of kind of like a dark background with a silhouette of what looked to be like Giovanni stating 7/28, which is today, July 28th. At the countdown of this day, we then saw that on Twitter, let me see if I can find it actually. So Team Rocket is posting all these things. Even after a long day of taking over Pokestops, remember to enjoy your sunset. They basically were taking over and creating their own thing, and so they have a balloon that's flying over various places. For 3 years, we've been watching the world of Pokemon Go is rife with unlimited resources. The privilege is wasted on trainers like you who lack the vision to exploit this vast world of resources and Pokemon. You walk around and spin your Pokestops like this is some kind of game. You battle in your gyms and rejoice when they change colors. You care for your Pokemon as though they're something more than just tools. What a waste of potential. We've brought our Shadow Pokemon, which are ones that you can actually battle and capture, strengthened to unimaginable levels that you could never reach through powering up alone. That's true. If you pay attention to your grunt battles, some of the more difficult battles, CP-wise, are anywhere between 6,000 to 8,000 plus, which is why it makes it a little bit more difficult for some people. We're here to take over your Pokestops and steal their unlimited supply resources. Can't you see the beauty of the evil, of our evil? This is just the beginning. Your resources are our resources. Your Pokemon are our Pokemon. Your world is our world. You can't stop us. Professor Willow, Spark, Blanche, and Candela, and most of all you, stay out of our way. We follow the villainous path of those before us, and we will succeed in finally bringing Giovanni's vision to the world. If you insist on trying to disrupt our plans, we will make you feel a world of pain. And Team Go Rocket. So they came out with that announcement, and then there was a announcement related to an event going on today, 7/28. Now I'm trying to find it, but if I don't find it, that's okay. Essentially what it is that there is an event going on today. It's just an hour long. I believe it's from 4 to 5 p.m. today. There's an event going on that is similar to what happened in New York. Worldwide, from 4 to 5 p.m., kind of like a raid hour or community day, you'll notice that your Pokestops will be that sort of tainted color that you see when you have a Team Rocket. Here's a perfect example right there. So you see how it's kind of twitching, it's dark, it's twisted. When you go up to it, it turns black. Actually, both of them. I might have to go for a walk. Both of these are doing that. When you go up to them and interact with them, you instigate a Pokemon battle in a PvP style with a Team Rocket Grunt. So there are two types, the male and the female, and they have a whole list of their catchphrases to describe what type you're battling against, type of Pokemon that is, like grass, water, fighting, fire, that sort of thing, dragon. There is one that I did come across yesterday that was basically, it was a bland statement. It says like, I won, you have no chance. And obviously that doesn't really indicate a certain type, doesn't give you a hint. I found out that it was one of each type. So it was a Squirtle, it was a Charmeleon, and it was a Venusaur. So it was starters, but of 3 different types. So that's a really interesting one to find. I don't know if anyone else has seen that yet or made reports of it yet. I'll have to see if I can ever find it again and kind of capture it for so that people can see what I'm talking about. I really want to go and take out these things. But the point being is that we have an awesome event coming today. It wasn't officially announced, but it was something that was noted on various types of social media and suggested that was going to release today. So check it out. I believe it's going to happen at 4 p.m. your local time, where what's going to happen is we're going to have essentially a Pokemon raid of Team Go Rocket, where they take over all the stops in the area. Now, this is important. I'm going to do some field stuff in the background. There's my 7-day streak. It's a Groudon, not shiny, not interesting. I'll pin-up it because I can. Get rid of the conversation that's going on. No, but people are waking up. People are waking up on the raid chat. You can ignore that for now. We're gonna try to catch this guy. But the point of it is that for a single hour, you're going to have all these stops turn into Team Rocket battles that you can battle. And if you do decide to do that, you can earn a lot of Stardust. I think you get at least 500 each battle. And if you put a star piece on, that's 1,000. If you do a number of battles, let's say you do a number of battles and you get a lot of Stardust, it's a great way to really get a lot of Stardust in that given hour. You can, I mean, depending on how efficient you are, you can get a good like 50 to 70,000 Stardust. That on top of, if you have an automatic catcher like a Gotcha or a Go Plus that I have, you can catch Pokemon in the background, maybe even catch a shiny while you're doing all these battles, and then bam, 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 you have a ton of Stardust to work with in an hour, which is great. It's excellent. It's something that, especially because a lot of these Pokemon that you're battling are pretty darn strong. Oh, that one just turned off. That one's probably going to turn off here soon. Because they're really strong, you have to recognize that it gives us another reason to collect Stardust, to really work on powering up our Pokemon. Because I like this event. Overall, I really like this new mechanic. I don't like the fact that the throwing changed, because it's going to mess me up for a while. There we go. But I like Team Go Rocket because, as most of you know, I have a couple of friends around the area, around the Midwest, around the world that you know, if I see, I play with, or if I go to various events like GoFest. I went to GoFest again this year. I get to see. But for the most part in my area, because I'm in a very rural location, I'm a solo player for the most part. That's how it is. So this sort of event that allows me to battle one-on-one with Pokemon Go Rocket allows me to be a solo player and have these battles and get these rewards as a solo player versus seeing all these tier 4 and 5 raids and then realizing, I can't solo them. I can solo most of the 3, but I can't solo all the tier 4 and 5. So this gives me incentive to use my Stardust, to power up my Pokemon, to go out and interact with the stops and actually search for those stops. Because if you'll notice, if you scroll down towards your badges, you'll notice that there are 2 new ones. There's a Hero badge by defeating Grunts, and there is a Purifier badge. Both of these badges actually play into the rewards that you get when you defeat a Grunt. So when you defeat a Grunt, like when you do a raid, you get a certain amount of Premier Balls for the damage you did. When you do it when you're fighting Grunts, it's damage you did, how many Pokemon you have remaining, and then your badge state as a Hero and as a Purifier. So having a Bronze Hero gives you an extra ball, having a Bronze Purifier gives you an extra ball, and then you keep going. But that's what we're looking at here. So actually, I kind of want to drive over there and do that one. I'll save it because we got more to talk about here. And I'm also going to keep looking at my research. I have a huge stack. I honestly don't even know how many are in here. I know that there were some Phoebus and Scyther, so there's a potential shiny that I just haven't seen. But I'm not 100% sure what's all in here. So we're going to keep going through the stack. This gives me a chance to kind of practice new throws because the screen has been adjusted since the most recent update. So we're going to do that real quick too. But I'm really excited for this event. I'm really excited that they introduced new shinies, which is one of the main incentives for people like myself who've been playing forever and then some and kind of run out of things to do. Aside from gym control, and like I said, in a rural area, there isn't much competition anyway. Ay. Yeah, see, it's further now. There we go. It's further now, my goodness. But here, we're going to go through, there's another Scyther. I think there should be another one, so a potential shiny at the time. Yeah, okay, so no shiny, but that's alright. That one's got higher IVs. But all in all, I'm very excited because if you follow these tips of using star pieces, having an automatic catcher, you're going to benefit, even though it's just an hour span of time, you're going to benefit greatly from that bonus Stardust towards whatever it is you want to use. If you need to power them up so you can battle more Grunts, that's great. If you want to power them up for raid counters, for gym defenders, or for PvP, you have that option. But it's a great 1 hour span to just give you a little boost in your Stardust, to practice the differences in PvP now that the charge moves are a little different, and just to have fun. It gives players like myself who've been playing since day one, who are kind of solo players, incentive to go out. So enjoy it, have a great time. Let me know if there are any awesome shinies, not shinies or shadow Pokemon that you catch. I have a few. So I have a Squirtle, I have a Raticate, Charmeleon, Wartortle. This Squirtle is probably the best one because it already has a perfect attack and defense. Its HP is 5, which means when I purify, it'll go up by 2. HP will be 7, which means that this one is probably going to be like like an 80 at IV if I were to purify it. I do have a few that I purified for the quest itself. There you go, purified. Charmander's, he didn't really do that well. Oh, he actually did pretty well. He's got a 15 defense, HP, and a 10 attack. Zubat, Rattata. So, nothing too crazy, but still a lot of fun. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to edit this, put it up later. I got to head out. But definitely go and enjoy that. Enjoy the event. Do what you can to make as much out of it as you can. Get that extra Stardust. And as always, take it easy.